Welcome. This is a guide for senior leadership, and it's based on a really important new report from Virtualization Options LLC. We're going to talk about a huge, often overlooked vulnerability, your security training, specifically why the old way of doing it is completely failing in the age of AI. All right, let's just dive right in. The report makes a really bold claim, and it's this. Your annual security training, it's not just useless anymore, it's actually dangerous. It's creating this false sense of security that's putting your entire business at risk. So, here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll look at why the old model is broken. Then we'll see how that puts your customers, your supply chain, and even your investors at risk. And finally, we'll talk about how to build some real resilience. Okay, Section 1, the old model's failure. This is really about a new arms race. The whole security landscape has completely changed. It's not a static battlefield anymore. We are in a brand new kind of conflict, and it's being fueled by AI on both sides. And guess what? Your employees are on the front lines. And this just nails the problem perfectly, doesn't it? You've got two completely different eras. On one hand, you have the era of annual compliance. That's where training was all about ticking a box for an auditor. But on the other hand, you have the reality we live in now, the era of AI-powered threats. And trying to fight today's battles with yesterday's tools, well, that's a recipe for disaster. So what does this new arsenal actually look like? Well, attackers are using AI to create phishing emails that are so personalized, they're almost impossible to spot. And they can do it at a massive scale. They're building malware that changes itself constantly, so it's a moving target for your defenses. They're even using deep fakes to create fake audio or video of your CEO asking for a wire transfer. And that gap, between a vulnerability being found and being used by the bad guys, it's shrunk to almost nothing. All right, let's move on. Risks to your customers. This is the front line of exposure. Let's talk about how this internal problem, this training gap, creates huge immediate problems on the outside, starting with the people who matter most, your customers. Because look, when your human firewall breaks, who gets hurt first? Your customers. Attackers are going after their personal info, their financial data, their health records. One little breach can totally shatter the trust you've built, and the fines you could face under things like GDPR or HIPAA, wow, they can be absolutely devastating. So how do you fix this? The key takeaway here is that your defense has to be just as agile as the offense. We're talking about continuous, AI-driven training that actually learns and adapts. We're talking about special training for the people who handle the really sensitive customer data. And, when someone messes up on a simulation, you give them coaching right then and there. That's how you build real, lasting habits, actual muscle memory. Which leads to a really tough question you have to ask yourself. How are you actually proving to your customers that your training works? Because I'll tell you what, your biggest clients, they're already asking this. It's becoming part of their due diligence. They don't just want you to say you're secure, they want you to prove it. Okay, so the risk doesn't just stop with your customers. It spreads. Think of it like a contagion, right? In our super connected world, a problem inside your company can infect your entire partner ecosystem, your whole supply chain. Just think about it for a second. One employee gets compromised. They have access to a shared system with a partner. Suddenly, the breach jumps from your network to theirs. Now you're facing lawsuits for breaking your contracts. Your reputation, and theirs, is in the mud. And the whole supply chain could grind to a halt. So to protect that whole ecosystem, you need a really targeted defense. The people who have keys to the kingdom, the ones with access to partner systems, they need constant, specialized training on the specific threats they face. This is definitely not a one-size-fits-all kind of problem. And this cuts both ways, right? It makes you wonder, how are you vetting your partners? The report suggests something really interesting. If you're looking at a critical vendor and all they have is an annual-only training program, that should be a massive red flag in your risk assessment. All right, next up, risks to your investors. Let's connect the dots between these operational issues and what your board and investors really care about, the bottom line and corporate governance. It used to be that an employee clicking a bad link was seen as just an IT problem. Not anymore. Now it's a governance failure. It has real financial consequences. Especially with the new SEC rules, you have to disclose major incidents fast. That means every human error could increase your legal exposure, tank your stock price, and yeah, it can even lead to personal liability for the folks in the boardroom. And if you want to put a dollar figure on it, here you go, $4.45 million. That's the average cost of a data breach in 2023. And remember, that's just the average. A really bad one, the cost can be astronomically higher. But here's the flip side. A modern, effective training program is one of your best tools for de-risking the entire company. It gives you proof, auditable proof, that you're managing risk proactively. It shows strong governance. And that's a huge positive signal to investors, especially with ESG frameworks now looking really closely at cyber risk. So this is a question for your boardroom. Is your board actually overseeing the effectiveness of your security training program, or are they just looking at vanity metrics, like who completed the training? Are they asking the tough questions about whether it's actually reducing risk? Okay, so we've laid out all the risks to customers, partners, investors. Now for the final section, building true resilience. The report wraps up by showing us the way forward. And it's all about a big shift, moving from a static culture of compliance to a dynamic culture of vigilance. And this slide breaks that shift down into 3 simple steps. Step 1, redefine the problem. Your goal isn't just to get everyone to complete a module. Your goal is to actually reduce risk. Step 2, adopt the right solution. That means getting a training platform that's continuous, adaptive, and AI-driven. And step 3, and this is so important, measure what matters. Stop tracking completion rates. Start tracking behavioral change. Are fewer people clicking on bad links? Have your incidents gone down? That's the real return on investment. Which really brings us to the final critical question you need to ask yourself. Is your security training an asset, or is it a liability? And that's a wrap on this guide, which, as a reminder, is based on the report from Virtualization Options LLC. Thanks so much for your time. The real takeaway here is to go back and ask these hard questions now. Don't wait for a breach to realize your training was just a checkbox exercise instead of a real line of defense.